What's up, guys? It's Game of Bros. I'm Corey the Stooks.
I'm Francisco Kid.
And Game of Thrones is finally back.
Yes, finally here. I'm super excited. Would you say the episode lived up to the hype, though?
I feel like it was decent, but I feel like it could have been a little better. I didn't like the Sam sequence.
I feel like it was a Sam episode, really.
Yeah.
You had a lot of Sam, and it's just like, I mean, Sam's a decent character, but that's not a character we come to watch Game of Thrones for, I would say.
Other than him discovering Jorah, I felt like
it's a complete bust. Oh, I mean, I guess you could say the dragon glass, right? I mean,
yeah,
other than that,
that's true. The dragon glass.
You could have done all that in one scene.
Yes,
you know what I mean. We had
that montage of him doing his job or his chores.
Yeah, and it was like over and over again. I was like, okay, thank you. I know that your life is hell. I get it, and it's just. Did they use the same buckets to poop into Eden?
It looked weird.
Yeah. Let's get off. See, our episode's becoming a Sam. Let's just get off that topic.
The other thing that was a little laggy, and I kind of wish it had been moved to a different part of the episode. The Daenerys sequence.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if you'd have swapped, which we're going to go into our next topic, the Arya and Daenerys. It would have been a great episode.
Yes, it would have definitely helped pacing, at least.
So, speaking, since we're on Arya now, since I feel like we've already spent too much time on Sam and not enough time on Daenerys, so that's all we got.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next best thing we had.
The Arya sequence was awesome. We saw her take down the remainder of the Freys, and
it was so badass, too. I really enjoyed the way she took them that's not that she did a lot, but she just poisoned them, and then you saw that she had sympathy for the girls, which was awesome.
Yes.
And then with her telling them that, when you tell them, the North was.
Yeah, the North remembers.
Yes.
Yeah,
so it's just awesome.
The thing that's interesting with her arc going forward, she said when she was talking to the Lannister soldiers, "I'm going to kill the Queen."
That was funny.
I did too, but is she going there first, or is she gonna track to Winterfell? Because that's two different directions.
I think she's going straight to.
You think she's going to King's Landing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's not. Because she doesn't even know anybody who's alive or dead.
That's true.
So I feel like
her information is
right. So she just knows who's there. So I think she's going to go straight to King's Landing. And
that could be exciting.
Do I think she kills the Queen? I don't. Honestly, I don't think so. But who knows? And you know what's funny? I enjoy when she has the mask. I think that's great. It's kind of cool to me.
Yes, absolutely.
My next thing I really enjoyed about the episode too was the Cersei and Jaime.
Yes.
You see, like I said before, you see a different side of Cersei. It's like the Mad Queen.
Yeah. She's diabolical. She's setting her plans in motion.
And then Jaime's just telling her, we need to talk about this. She's like, no, we're the last of our kind. This is all it's just us.
And she's like, we control the Seven Kingdoms, and his answer.
Yeah, it's just there's three.
We
at best
at three. Yeah, that was a great response. I like the dynamic between the two of them right now because he's a realist and she's like, we're gonna conquer everything. So it's interesting to watch.
Yeah, and it's just just the whole thing with her. It's just she's gone crazy, and I think the power has finally gone to her head. And then she needs an ally. Who does she call?
Euron Greyjoy.
Euron Greyjoy. And you're just like,
you need two assholes to team up to
right,
really,
exactly. And it's funny, what's gonna happen. I think what's funny. I like him as a character. I think he's a good character. He's funny.
Yes.
He's quirky.
Interesting. Euron's a very interesting character. From what we've seen of him so far, he's been fun to watch.
And then you could tell Jaime doesn't like him.
Yeah, which is great.
That's like telling you your best friend is, dating your ex. You're not going to like that, So it's just...
Well, that's his competition.
Exactly.
So he's not liking that too much right now.
And then Jaime, I just feel like Jaime and Cersei are just done as far as... Well, maybe, I don't know. She made it seem like... But I don't know. So let's go on to the next one.
How did you feel about the Hound kind of being repentant over his previous actions?
I've said it before. I really like what the Hound has done.
Yes. His arcs developed over time.
Yes, and then I really appreciate Game of Thrones what they did. And before the episode started, you showed us that man, the man and the child, and you're just like. And then when it comes to it, you're like, oh, that's why they did. You think of it well, what is that for? And then it happens, and then
they're very smart when they do that stuff in the recaps. Yeah, kind of giving bringing something back in your head.
Because not a lot of people do get to watch episodes. Yeah, like you like to watch every single episode every single day. But it's good to and I don't know. The Hound has become something, and him looking in the fire, you know, something he's scared of.
Yes,
I thought that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. So, and then you finally have the Stark reunion.
Yes,
I'm saying Stark reunion, but they're there and they're fighting.
Yes, Sansa and Jon. There's some tension there,
and then Jon says, you know, they're kind of acting like Cersei.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And then she's saying, you know, about Joffrey, and he gets offended. And,
yes,
and they're butting heads, and you know, like he says, I'm the king of the North, like, you know, and he's like, yeah, but just like you'll lose it, just like our father and you know our brother. So he's saying you have to be smarter, and then she's like, "You sound just like Cersei."
You can tell Littlefinger's like kind of ready to pounce on this, like family
whatever he can get in Littlefinger higher up, he's gonna do it. And then he says, "I know what he wants." Yeah, we all know what he wants. He's a freak like that.
and I like that Brienne was basically like, "Why is he still here?"
Yeah. Bran knows that he's up to no good.
Yes.
So, you know, I feel like. Are you worried about that relationship, Snow and Sansa, or
I think there's going to be more tension this year.
I think so, which I'm glad. I kind of didn't want it to be like, you're right.
No tension. You know? It's going to be very dramatic. That's good. The other thing that we hadn't really discussed,
and I'm sorry, since we're still on the Mike. Well, never mind. I don't want to spoil anything. I apologize because you may know some things that they don't know.
Yes.
So okay, never mind. Forget what I was about to say. Go ahead.
No problem.
Go ahead.
The other thing me and you hadn't previously discussed. And I'm only going to touch on this briefly. Bran finally hit the wall, so like, he's probably.
But that's how again that could have been more useful information.
Yes.
And Bran, just like Game of Thrones, saw the White Walkers.
Yes,
little glimpse,
absolutely.
Little glimpse,
that was a good scene too.
Yeah, but it was very small.
They just tease you.
Man, you know what?
They're such a tease.
How many miles do those White Walkers have walked?
A long time.
At least like 50 days in Disney World.
Yes,
that's how much they walked.
They've hit their steps, to be sure.
So I mean, other than that, I guess that's the episode, right? That's episode 1.
I mean, I feel like it was a solid premiere. I feel like there have been better Game of Thrones premieres, but I feel like going forward, I think the action is going to intensify, and we're going to get something like.
Would you say season 1, episode 1 was still the best episode to start off with the season?
Season 1, episode 1, best premiere.
Just as far as, you know, the beginning where you had the White Walker and then the end you had Bran getting pushed. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I think you might be right.
Right?
I guess last season was kind of cool. There were a couple of sequences last season that were cool because Sansa was still escaping from Ramsay. Like, there was some cool sequences there. But as an entire premiere, I think the first premiere was probably the best premiere.
I mean, I guess you have to in the first season, right? You gotta get somebody hooked. But, I mean, I guess, hey, guys, that's the show. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hope you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the comments. Give us a like, dislike. I mean, whatever. Hey, whatever.
Comment.
Let us know.
Absolutely.
But other than that, guys,
see y'all next week.
Signing out.